Hi there, I'm Teresa Dufour with your CT Style Express. News 8 has partnered with the Goff Law Group to bring you the law down. So we're answering your questions about workers' compensation and pretty much the law in general. Founding partner Brooke Goff joins us via Zoom from her office in West Hartford. Nice to see you, Attorney Goff.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
Doing great. So today we're focusing on dog bites, and you said you've been particularly busy with these lately.
It's crazy. I mean, we get dog bites in all year long, but I don't know what's going on. I mean, I could speculate, but yes, we've been very, very, very busy with bad dog bite cases too, like really bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I
what are
mean,
the first steps? I mean, obviously get medical attention if you need it.
yeah. So I think not even talking about the first steps, but a lot of people haven't experienced a dog bite before. So I think what might be more appropriate is if I kind of say like what to expect, right? So if
Sure.
it happens, if a dog bites you, it doesn't belong to you. So you don't know anything about the dog. Obviously, the first thing you need to do is get medical attention, period. You don't know if the dog has been properly vaccinated, if the dog has had its rabies vaccine. You don't know any of that, right? So, or if the dog has some other issue, you want to make sure that you get the medical attention. They're going to run the tests, and then they'll figure it out. Call the police. Most people don't do this. Call the police. People are afraid the dog's going to be put down, whatever the case might be. We are such a liberal state. This is not a state where if a dog bites somebody one time, unless they, I mean, maul somebody like horrifically and somebody might pass away on the other end or something. We're not a state that typically puts the dogs down for biting, unlike some states where they bite. Some states have what we call a 2-bite rule as well, where they would have had to bite somebody before for notice to the owner that they were dangerous. And then you could sue if you were the second bite or what have you. Connecticut's not that way. If the dog has never been anybody before, it's a sweet little thing sitting in the corner and the dog just had a moment and like went after somebody, that person that was bit can have a claim. Okay. It's strict liability in Connecticut, but get the medical attention. Call the police. Police will get animal control involved. Likely, what will happen, as we see in most dog bites, and I say most, I mean probably 90%, is that the dog is probably just going to be quarantined. Okay, they're going to quarantine the dog for 14 days. The dog is not up to date on rabies vaccinations. You may need to go through a course of rabies, some inoculations yourself, because obviously you don't want to have caught rabies from the animal, and the animal will be obviously forced to be vaccinated as well. But most dog bite cases, I mean, I had one where a woman's dog bit somebody 5 other times. And do you think she had insurance? Of course she didn't. Why would she have insurance, right? So you have a dog that bit somebody 5 other times, no insurance because she doesn't care. And my client was the 6th bite. I mean, the dog literally jumped over the fence and chases my client down the street. And of course, the 6th bite, I mean, there's no insurance. You can't get blood from a stone. My client, unfortunately, it was a situation where there's just nothing to be had. But my point is, if that dog 6 bites is still, I mean, my understanding is still around, still
Right.
hopefully not biting, but yeah, still around. The concern in your mind should not be for the dog to be put down. You have dog bite cases are serious, guys. They tear muscles, they tear tendons, they create big scars, and they're very painful to recover from. I mean, they're wounds, but they're deep. They're
Yeah.
deep and they tear through the muscle and they tear through they bleed a lot. I mean, it's pretty nasty. Don't be one of those people that don't alert animal control, that don't alert, the proper authorities so that it's well documented, because an insurance company is going to come in and say, well, we didn't, there's no animal control report. How do we know it was this dog?
Right.
It is strict liability in Connecticut. So unlike a car accident where you have to prove negligence, right? So you have to prove that the person caused the car accident. Then you get to damages and prove your damages. Strict liability doesn't work that way. You only prove your damages. So you don't have the extra step of proving negligence. However, if the defense can argue you provoke the dog. Like if you go up and get in a dog's face and start grabbing its jowls and doing this and the dog bites you, well, that's provocation. Well, could arguably be provocation. So you just want to be careful. But, obviously I could say the obvious. Don't get too close to a dog that you don't know. And if you get bit, you have a duty to your friends and neighbors to report that, so that there's a document, showing that the dog has been aggressive before on the record. And renter's insurance will cover this. Dog bite cases typically, homeowners insurance will cover this. So don't just assume there's no insurance either. If you get bit in a facility, the facility may have some liability. So the cases are very convoluted, and you really want to make sure you get the proper legal representation to take care of them.
There you go, Attorney Brooke Goff. Thank you so much for all of the
Thanks,
information.
Teresa.
You can
Thanks.
learn more over at gofflawgroup.net. That is your CT Style Express report for today. I'm Teresa Dufour. We'll see you back here tomorrow.